Well, first off, just great credit to Winona State, the toughness of their kids and resiliency. They really had us on the ropes today. Great win for them in game one, and then they punched first in game two and had us down 2-0, and we were showing a little bit of our inexperience of not having played in a regional before, and fortunately we were able to get our composure back and fight back, and just give all the credit in the world to Winona State and Coach Jones and the effort they put forth today, and we were just fortunate enough to get the break at the end to come out on top.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought battle. That was a great team. They're very solid. Their energy was high the whole time, so we just kept trying to match it and go above their energy level and just finally squeezed one out, and it was tough 2 games.
You know, that's what you play softball for, is games like that, and it was fun. There were so many emotions, and there's no one else I would have rather played because we knew they were going to give us a fight, and we knew we had to prove that we are a championship team, and we did just that today.
Coach, can you talk about the first inning, just how important that first inning was? Not only the fact that Hannah Johnson was able to get out of trouble. 2 runs were crossed, bases empty. Bases loaded, nobody out, nobody else scores, and then you get 2 in the bottom of that inning. How important was that first?
I thought that was the key to the whole game. We'd lost a tough one in game 1. They came out and punched immediately. They were riding the momentum from game 1. They got 2 and still had the bases loaded, no outs, and Hannah just showed how tough she was to get out of that inning and just limit the damage, and then we answered. And that's something we talk about all the time, is answer back. You know, if somebody throws a punch, you throw one back, and getting it tied there. You looked up the end of the first inning, and we just got a 6-inning ball game, and it's tied, and we're okay. Had they scored a bunch more in the top of the first, and we not answered, it would have been really tough on us to come back at that point. So I thought that was really the key to the whole second game. Then from there, it kind of settled in, and you could just play each other. And we answered with 1 more in the second, and took the lead, and I felt really good there. I felt like we could just win it from there. Knew they were going to continue to threaten, and then they took advantage of a little mistake we made and got it tied. And from there forward, it was just a matter of who was going to catch a break or who was going to get a key hit, and we were fortunate enough to get that break in the bottom of the 7th.
Can you expand on the bottom of the first inning? The base running is really what caused that first run. Peyton tagging first, Alexis tagging the second, going third. Alexis able to score on that play, and then after that, Courtney, would you talk about your single there to drive in the run there in the second inning?
Deep fly ball, and both of them tagged up, which is what we teach in that situation, where the runner on second is going to advance, and if they throw it through, then the runner on first can advance. And fortunately enough, the ball got away. We were able to react to it and score, and that gave us the lead, or set it up, and then Courtney came up and got the job done.
Yeah, I was just thinking, settle down. I was pretty uptight all game. Haven't had the week I've wanted to, so I just knew I had to do it for my team, had to do it for the seniors, of course, so I just settled down and did something small.
Courtney, also talking about your leadoff hit. That was a big way to start the 7th inning. Were you looking for a pitch in a particular spot? Because you went up there swinging at the first pitch and hit a solid single to left field.
At first, I had told myself I wasn't going to swing at the first pitch because I was expecting that high pitch, and it was just a ball I could not lay off of. It was right where I needed it to be, luckily. So I just saw it and did what I could with it.
Alexis, you're at bat there in the 7th inning. You're trying to get the bunt down twice. Didn't get that down, but able to scratch out a hit after that.
Right. It's very frustrating not to get a bunt down twice, nonetheless. And, I was thinking to myself, if you can't do that, then you better hit the ball. So you do whatever you have to. It was probably one of the ugliest hits I've had all week, but it worked. And, everything happens for a reason. That's what I'm telling myself. And I hope Coach doesn't make me do 4 hours of bunting practice next week. So.
And I'd like for both of you to talk on the last play. Coach Berry, you start off with Alexis is able to score.
Well, the pitch kind of went through and went through the umpire, and I'm not sure Alexis really picked it up real quick. And so I'm yelling, go. And of course, then the ball kind of dribbles back a little bit. And all of a sudden, we're going to have a close play at the plate. And fortunately, we just got in there just under the tag. And it's kind of one of those hard reads because it goes to the umpire, and the player and the coach really has a hard time seeing that ball if it actually got past the umpire to the screen. And both of us were probably just a little late reacting to it, and that's what made it so close. Thankfully, it went our way.
And if you would talk about Kimmy Hendricks Gamble, 2 hits in the second game, and drove a big run also.
You know what? The execution on the field is great, but we got together as a team and huddled up in for the bottom of the 7th. You know, normally a coach will step in and say something like that. We stepped into the huddle, and Kimmy started talking, and the players listened. And all she said was, hey, our pitchers have worked too hard. They've gotten us to this point. Let's go win this game for them right now. And so when your seniors step up and they say, hey, let's do this for each other, coach doesn't need to do anything but just get out of the way and let them finish the game, and it happened for us.
And both you pitchers, let's talk about them today because I know they pitched their hearts out today.
What Warriors, I mean, such a tough team to pitch to. I'm sitting with the 6 lefties in the lineup, and every single one of them just fouled off everything we threw all day long, and just a real tough team to pitch to. I mean, we threw both pitchers today, one of them mostly up, one of them mostly down, and they just competed hard. Every at bat seemed like you're looking at 4 or 5 foul balls before something happens, and they just battled, and we wound up having to go to Hannah in the first game, and it didn't work out for us that we could win that one, so we just rolled with her into the second game, knowing that giving Autumn a little bit of a blow through the day would give her an opportunity to come in and finish, and worked out for us. We needed to get one today, and that's what we got done.
And lastly, I'd like for all 3 of you to comment on just 57 wins and now they're advanced to the Super Regional, what that means for this program only its 4th season, and start with the players and then Coach, if you'll finish that up.
You want me to go first? It's hard to wrap your head around 57 wins now, I guess, in just a little bit over a postseason. And we see what happens in the fall, and we know what we talk about behind closed doors, and this is exactly what we wanted, and we're doing exactly what we needed to do. But at the end of the day, the wins are fantastic, but we're playing for the right reason, and it is such a blessing to be a part of this team and what we do, and it's an honor to play with these girls and represent what we represent at this university. And the wins come, with it, and it's just been a heck of a ride, and it's been so much fun. And I'm going to stop before I get emotional. So go ahead.
Yeah, we could think about our record all day and be like, wow, we have a dang good record. But every day we go out to play a game, Lex says, hey, we're 0-0. She says that every single time. And so we just have to kind of take a step back and think we are 0-0. And in this game, anyone could beat anyone. It's how it is. And so we just try to stay true to ourselves. And it's incredible that we're here. And we say that all the time. And we can't believe it. And we're such, fresh team. And so it means the world to be here. And I know freshman year, I was like, I don't even know what regionals is. I don't know what you're talking about. So to be here in 4 years is pretty cool.
We've had the opportunity to have some of the other coaches at Harding come talk to us because they've had experience in postseason, and we hadn't been there yet. So we invited several of them to come and talk to us about what it means to advance and get into a conference tournament, win it, and then get to postseason. And Coach Morgan came by one day, and probably the biggest thing he told us was to enjoy the journey. And so I don't think we're worried about record or wins or how many or this or that and the other. We're just going to enjoy the fact that we get to practice another day tomorrow or Tuesday, and we get to play again. And we'll continue to enjoy the journey and take his advice.